Oh, it's two families set, post World War One, leading up to World War Two, and then post World War Two, right at the end of it. In those interwar years as well, that find themselves living and working the same plot of land in the rural South.
Two families that are sort of bound together by this land. They have a saying in the movie that says, it could be dirt in your hand or it could be land in your hand. And I think both families wanted that land, but you see them have these sort of parallel problems to show that they need each other.
I just wanted to make this about like not being able to come back home. It's about inheritance. It's about these bigger kind of thematic conceptual things. It's about how the battle at home versus the battle abroad, and how the battle at home is bloodier. Jamie ends up finding it bloodier in Ronzel. So I just like playing with those ideas. And so I start with relationships and then come the ideas and like invite the audience to consider themselves and their own personal histories.
What drew me into the whole project in general was working with Dee. I wanted to do a Dee film, and being a part of one of her stories. And then I read the script and I read the book, and I was really struck by this period of time that I'd never thought about. I'd never thought about black soldiers coming home from the Second World War and being treated like dirt, and I couldn't believe that they weren't hailed as heroes, and I think that speaks to my own ignorance. But it's just something I hadn't seen an image of a black soldier in the war, and it really surprised me that I hadn't, and it made me think about all of these untold stories, and so it was a cool thing to make. So there are so many films made about the same topic or the same period of history, and to be part of a film that's exploring something pretty much untold on screen was exciting.
I fell in love with the script, and I kind of felt sad because reading the script was like reading the news. It was kind of like almost similar to what's happening today. And I fell in love with Florence because she's my ancestry. She's most of the women in my family that raised me.
People keep saying it's an important film, and I think that makes it sound really boring. It's not. It's a great film, and I think the difference between good and great is, there are very few great films. I think for Dee to have made this epic in 28 days is kind of an astonishing feat, really.
I think they're going to experience a great film that's going to leave them asking questions. But it's so honest and it's so real. It's not anything. It's for people that are ready to see, and those that are not ready to see, then they'll hide, and that's it.
Ronzel was such the voice that I think so many black men wanted to be. And my grandfather fought the same exact fight. Like, he went to the Korean War, came home with a very low education, ran a business for now 68 years, But part of that was because he was chill, you know what I mean? He didn't give him too many problems. But Ronzel gave him problems. And we like problems.